Hi, I'm Mark. Welcome back to Foothill Paint Fabrication. Well, today's the day we have to decide what to do with this hood from OPGI. So if you guys saw my video where I did a quick review of the hood, you know it has some issues. I did talk to OPGI. I actually sent them a link to the video, and they did agree that this hood has some issues, and so they offered me full store credit or exchange for another hood. Problem is they're out of stock. They have like 150 on order, but they can't tell me exactly when they're going to come in, and they can't guarantee that the new hoods won't look just like this one. They do sell a fiberglass hood, but I don't want a fiberglass hood, and I understand it's pretty heavy, so I don't want to go that route. I did look at other manufacturers' hoods before I bought this one, and they have some issues that I don't like that are harder to fix, I think, than this one. So I'm kind of stuck on what to do here. So let's jump in. We'll take a look at the hood. We'll take a look at the old hood. A lot of you guys saying, Mark, just use the old hood. What's the problem? So we'll take a look at both, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do. All right, let's start with the old hood right off the bat. So this hood had the factory puckers right here. They emanate like that. I try to get those out. You can see here the hood scoop is molded in. So that normally it's a pot metal piece that just screws on, and then there's a seam all the way around it. When I was a kid, I did not like that. So I actually made this out of sheet metal and steel, brazed it all together. This is a million years ago. And I think I brazed it on there or gas welded it on. I warped the crap out of everything. There's a lot of body filler on here. You can see it cracking here and there. You know, obviously the work is really old. And there's a lot of waves in this hood. So could it be fixed? Yes, it can. You know, I've got my custom hood pins here I put on when I was a kid. There were already holes in the hood, so I just got those. They were pretty cool at the time. And it's kind of chewed up underneath too, so it would need some repairs underneath. But it's not horrible. I mean, it's repairable, but you know, it'd be a lot of hours to get that looking right. So that's why I got this hood. It was only $400. It looked really good, and it does look really good, except for these corners right here. So as you can see here from the review video, you can see how they're sticking up right here in the last 4 whatever inches each direction on each side. So that's no good. That's no good at all. I can't deal with it. I can't adjust it out. I can't do anything other than try to fix it. So let's just take a quick look at this hood. And one of my viewers, subscribers, pointed out something else, was these kind of weird holes they've got cut in here. So we got this one right here. Looks like there's a screw hole to put a plate over it or something. I don't know what they were thinking, but those are not factory. So we're going to have to repair those as well. But other than that, it looks pretty good. Now, right here is the problem. And I thought at first that, well, maybe the inner structure, the skin was just, you know, spot welded too far down. But if I look right down inside here, they're touching. They're flush. So they are as close as they can get to each other. So I was thinking, well, I'll just cut some spot welds on here and push that up, re-spot weld it, we'd be gold. But unfortunately, that's not an option. So we're going to have to figure out what to do and decide what to do. Should we try to fix it, return it, try to fix the other one, buy another hood? You know, so I think I've made my decision on what I want to do. So let me put the camera down and I'll show you exactly what my plan is. All right, guys, I decided to go ahead and try to fix this hood. So my options of getting a better hood seem pretty slim to me. And I may have to wait a long time just to get a hood to see if it's going to be any better. So going ahead and fixing this seems like the best option. Now, it's a beautiful hood except for these 2 darn corners. So we're going to go ahead and try to fix it. We're going to try to fix it today. How to fix it is the big question. So I see it as 2 options. You know, there's no just hammering this back into, you know, where it belongs. This inner structure is just too strong. So I thought, okay, I could cut the skin off of here, cut the skin off my old factory one, and put the new skin on the old factory inner structure, and then, you know, spot weld it back together. The problem is, I don't even know if they'll fit together. That's a lot of work. I mean, it's only glued together in the inside, but I could warp it, I could screw it up, and handling a big piece of sheet metal like this, it's scary, you know. The other option is to cut the inner structure inside here that's holding this hood in the wrong position, move it, and the skin at the same time and weld it back together. And I think that's my best option. So let's jump in here. I'll kind of show you what I'm thinking and see if it works. I hope it works because I really like this hood. Okay, my game plan is to cut this inner structure right just under this radius right here, and then whack enough out, because we have to move this thing almost 1/4 of an inch, cut it in pie shaped, and then kind of clamp this, push down here, pull up here, and then pull that together, tack it, and then test fit it. If I try to go down here, I'm too close to the skin. I could cut the skin. When I weld it, I could heat warp the skin. I want to stay away from it. It's all spot welded together. I'm hoping just we can get that to move just enough, and I think it'll work. Up here I can redress this, weld it, grind it. You probably would never know I did this. So that's the game plan. So I need to get the old hood off, make a template to the fender so we know what to do over here when we're pushing this together, and then get this hood on there and mark the extent of the problem, and then we can start cutting on this thing. A little scary, but it's got to be done. All right, guys, we got the hood back on, and it is adjusted just about as perfect as I can get it. It's sitting on adjusters in the front, blocks in the back, and that line is perfect right along there till you get to that chalk mark, and then it starts rising up. Now, in all fairness to OPGI, the factory hood, if you adjust it flush back here and flush over here, it is a little low in the middle. That's just the way they set, just a little bit. And the way I have it adjusted, it is too high back at the windshield wiper cowl, but you can still see the problem right there. See how it shoots up really fast right at the last minute, last 4.5 inches. So I'm thinking, instead of me just fixing that and then having it sit low right here, I should go for it all. If I'm going to risk this hood, why not go big, right? So I think what I want to do is kind of try to re-arc this right here and help pull that down. I don't know if it's possible, but I think I want to try it. It's probably a mistake, but I'm going to do it anyways. All right, hood's off, and I've got my templates up here. So this is the fender template. If you guys look, you see that line. That is the fender shape. That's lined up perfectly. So it's touching in the back, high in the middle, and then it goes back down to 0 over here. This template is off the factory hood. So you guys can see it follows it pretty good. Then it rises up in the middle and then back to 0 down there. Those corners are still kicked up too much. And actually, if you look at this hood compared to this hood right here, just visually, you can see the arc in it. It's more pronounced. These corners actually roll down like that. So yeah, the hood has more problems than I thought. And I'm going to try it. So let's flip it over and try to brainstorm this one. All right, guys, I've never done anything like this before, so I'm kind of flying blind here. I see this, I have two options. We can try to brute force this brace right here and get this whole thing to bend a little bit to match the template. Now, if we kink this brace or miss, then we have to try to bend it back the other way, which is going to be very difficult without destroying the skin. The other option is there's 15 spot welds from one end of this pinch weld to the other. I'm thinking maybe drilling out 10 or 12 of them from the center out, separating the inner brace from the skin, and then simply just trying to pull that down a little bit, clamp it, pull it down until it meets the template, clamp it, and then just re-weld the spot welds. Now we would have to cut the little blobs of cushioning goo in here that connect the skin to the inner brace, and we could spray some more juice in there later once we're all done. But I think this is the better option. If we kink this, we're screwed. If we go too far, we're screwed. So I think this is a better controlled way of doing it. So I'm going to go ahead and, we're only going to do one side at a time. I'm going to drill these spot welds out and separate this, and I'll bring you back when that's done. All right, guys, I got all these drilled out and separated, so we're loose. I did not use a spot weld cutter. I actually drilled all the way through with a small drill bit. These are really tiny spot welds, so using a 5/16 cutter was overkill, and this sheet metal is pretty thin, so I wanted to keep the damage as small as possible. But we are separated. We'll just plug weld those all the way in, grind them smooth if this works, and we should be good there. I've got all the goo, the flitter kit cut except for one. You just have a piece of 100-pound fishing line right here. It's braided. I made myself a little hook to get back behind them. You guys can use, 20-pound monofilament will work, and you just saw it right through there, and just like that. So I put a piece of tape at every spot where I actually cut it to make sure I didn't forget, and we do have separation, so we're good to go. I didn't want to do anything over here because it's kind of holding the hood in that position. We just want to make the change over here so everything slopes nicely to it. Now, I'm not exactly sure how we're going to pull this up and clamp it, but give me a minute to figure that out, and we'll just get in close here and see what we can do. All right, guys, what just dawned on me, I've got the Windbag. We're going to slide the Windbag up inside there and let that carefully push this apart. So let's get that in there just like that, as far as it'll go. Give it a little squeeze. Let me see if it's going to move. Yep, there it goes. Wow. That's working pretty good. All right, I have to flip the hood over so I can run the template, and maybe we'll have to put a sheet metal screw in here to hold it together while we test fit it back on the car. But yeah, that's working. I don't know what the other side of the hood looks like. Hopefully there's no warps or hoop-de-doos in it. But yeah, let me flip the hood over and we'll take a look at it. Okay, I made a new template out of poster board. The cardboard was just too hard to see. I've got the Windbag right about here. I'd like to slide it over to here, but I just can't get it over there because of that brace. So let's just start pumping on this thing. I haven't tried it yet, see if it's going to work. Well, I can feel it moving at the pinch weld, but it's not, that's about all I got for the Windbag right there. It's putting a bump right here, but it's not putting a dent, which is a good thing, but we're still not getting enough height. I don't know if that pinch weld is a little hung up or what. I think we're going to have to come up with something a little more, yeah, it's loose. Maybe I can just kind of spoon it up gently, I don't know. They could be stuck on a couple of old spot welds that the burr is holding it. I don't know. Let me mess with this a few minutes, see if we can get it up higher. Otherwise, we're going to have to come up with plan B. It did move. I can tell it moved. There's a big bump right here, but not a dent, so that's good. So let me mess with this a little bit more and see if we can't get that to come up all the way. Otherwise, we're going to have to come up with another idea. All right, guys, we're looking really good now. Really anxious to get it on the car and see how it fits. I was struggling quite a bit right here, and then I realized, Mark, you're an idiot. I had the template sitting back here on top, and this flares up. We haven't repaired that part yet. So I moved it over, slid it down till right about where that flare starts up, made that flush right there, got the Windbag in there, pumped it up, jiggled it around, and got vice grip on it. So now there's 3 vice grips holding that in position. I need to flip the hood over and get some sheet metal screws in there so I can get those vice grips out of the way and put it back on the car, and we'll see how it fits. All right, we got the 3 screws in, but you can see got a little pucker there because we forced this up and that had to do something, right? And I don't know if you guys can tell, but you can see we got about half a hole. So that's spot weld we drilled out, so you can see the inner brace right there. So it slid, it moved up about half a hole on these. Then down on these, it just barely any. So it was really, really nice, gradual rise and back down. So I got the screws in there. All we got to do is get Trish in here and help me put the hood back on, and we'll see how it looks. All right, guys, I don't know if I can get a good angle to do this justice, but we nailed it. Look at that. That is perfect. So much better than it was. Better than factory. It came out really nice. I'm so happy right now. You wouldn't believe it. And look at the shadows move through the hood. They don't go all wonky on me, so I didn't put a big pucker or a big hoop-de-doo in it or something. So it's looking really good. Obviously, we'll have to block this hood out when it's all done, but yeah, we're looking good. Now, we still have this to fix, but I don't want to even start on that till I get the other side just like this side. I'm not going to weld anything. We're just going to use sheet metal screws to hold it just like this side, just in case when we do this work, I have to release that. You know, something could happen. I don't know, something unforeseen. So let me get the other side just like this side, get done, and I'll bring you back. I don't know how long that'll take, and then we'll start tackling these corners. All right, we got the driver's side done. I don't know what you guys are so worried about. That was a piece of cake. It Came out beautiful, just like the other side. So we're looking really good up to right about here. And then we have that little raised up portion right there. Let me switch sides and we'll take a look at what's going on. All right, guys, so we opened a can of worms trying to make this car as perfect as possible. The fender is sitting a little bit higher. You know all those shims we have in there. That makes it flow right onto the A-pillar here and make this connection. Before these fenders sit a little bit low, and then the windshield wiper cowl sat a little bit lower. And what's going on right now, this hood is actually sitting on the brace or the piece of the windshield wiper cowl where it screws to the top of the firewall. So it's actually pushing on that because I have this shimmed up to make it flush across here and look beautiful. Well, that's actually holding the hood up. Then I templated the old hood, the factory hood, and then I held it up to this one. Turns out this one's arced more across the back. The factory hood's flatter across here. Then we have this thing rising up. So if I get this to go down, that's basically going to make everything worse. So we may have to redo the windshield wiper cowl. We have to cut it apart and extend it so that plate is out of the way so this hood will work right. I think we re-arced it this way. I think we need to flatten it this way. So let me take the camera down underneath and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so if you look right here, you can see where that sheet metal and the hood meet. So that's actually holding it up right there. And if we pan across, you can see the gap gets bigger in the center. So that hood is actually, it's arced too much. It needs to be flattened out a little bit. But I think what we need to do is fix the hood, that raised area, modify the windshield wiper cowl, and then we're going to have to figure out how to re-arc that hood, flatten it out a little bit. But this video would be, geez, an hour and a half long if I try to do that right now. So I think we're going to have to wrap this one up here. Okay, like everything on these projects, you start to do one thing, you end up doing something totally different. We wanted to get these corners down. That didn't happen in this video, but we got this section right here looking very beautiful. Both sides look really good. I wish you guys could see it in person. It is virtually perfect. Now, getting these corners down, I think that game plan we talked about earlier in the video will work, but now we're into a whole different thing right here. So we've got most of this hood lining up really good. Now we just got to get this last little bit, but that'll be on the next video. Thanks for joining me here at Foothill Paint Fabrication. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Mash that bell and drop me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. We'll see you on the next one.